Greetings, Royal family. Welcome back to another episode of the Morning Boogie Morning Show with me, Royal B. If you're a returning Royal family member, how you doing? And if you are new here, welcome. Okay. So today is Wednesday, all right? It is November the 3rd, and the year is 2021. Hopefully, you guys are having a fantastic morning, day, night, afternoon, whatever time of the day you are watching this. I hope your day is going well, all right? So we're back on track. Couple of things that's been happening in media. Cardi B is basically going to be hosting the American Music Awards. I'm going to touch on that, share my thoughts on that. Megan Thee Stallion, she's been named Woman of the Year by Glamour magazine. How do you feel about that? She also released a mixtape, I guess you could call it, or like a little EP, whatever they're calling it these days. It's not considered an album, but she released something for the Hotties. That's the title of her project. And I definitely listened to it. And I'm going to share my thoughts on that. Did you listen? What do you think? All right. Summer Walker. She has released her track list for her upcoming album. So we're going to touch on that. Okay. We got a couple of other hot topics sprinkled in between before we get to the juicy stuff. Okay. Be sure to like the video. That is your admission fee as you are entering the room. Say hello. Drop your comments. We don't bite over here. Share your thoughts. Sound off in the comments throughout the broadcast. I greatly appreciate it. All right. So before we get into the juicy topics and all that good stuff, got to hit you with a little bit of world news, I guess, kind of be like a grown up somewhat. First up, Jesse Jackson. TMZ is reporting that the Reverend Jesse Jackson has been hospitalized after a fall. He hit his head during a visit to Howard University. Now look at him right here. He look like he got an ultra perm right here, right? How old is this picture? Anyway, Reverend Jesse Jackson is back in the hospital, though this time it is not the C thing related, instead for a nasty fall. So Jackson was visiting Howard University in Washington, D.C. when his team says that he fell and hit his head as he entered a building on campus. Now, is this a lawsuit? Howard University has been in the news lately because of their deplorable living conditions that some of the students have reported on, and they have been protesting peacefully. Authorities were called on students. Administrators have been saying, yeah, we'll meet with you, and nothing of the sort took place. So I wonder what his visit to Howard University was for. Was it to actually kind of intervene and speak on behalf of the students who were complaining, or what? Anyway, so he was rushed to the local hospital for a myriad of tests, including a CT scan. Now, his rep says that all results came back normal, right? So doctors decided to keep him at the hospital overnight just to be safe. Very interesting. If you guys are unaware, him and his wife were recently hospitalized because he had that C thing. Okay. So it's very interesting that the CT scan showed that everything was normal and well, but they're deciding to keep him in the hospital just to be safe overnight. Now, the 80-year-old has faced some significant health problems as of late. Both he and his wife, Jacqueline, were hospitalized with that C thing back in August. Once Jesse, who was, V'd, he was released from the hospital. He entered a rehab facility to deal with his Parkinson's disease. Okay. So this is why he went to Howard University. This just happened this morning. This wasn't on the lineup, so I decided to throw this in there just to kind of keep you guys up to date. So he went to Howard to support students who've been protesting dorm conditions for the last few weeks, including issues with rodents, mold, and flooding in the buildings. So he went to basically be a representative for the students. That's so interesting. He fell and hit his head, and the CT scan showed that everything was normal, but we're going to keep him anyway. Why y'all keeping him? He got that good insurance? Very interesting. Nothing is a coincidence. Let's move it along. All right. Speaking of foolishness in the news, check this out. The New York Post is reporting that the McDonald's CEO, he sent some not so nice, you see the word there, text messages to Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot. Excuse me? First of all, you need to mind your business and worry about why that McRib sandwich looks the way it does. But anyway, let's read what the New York Post is reporting. So critics say that the message that was sent on April 19th but revealed Tuesday, which was yesterday, appeared to blame parents who failed their children. Okay. So he basically sent ignorant text messages to Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot about all the things that's going on in the city, the shootings that's taking place in the city, right? P.S. Tragic shootings in last week, both at our restaurant yesterday and at Adam Toledo, and with Adam Toledo, I don't know, whatever. With both the parents failed those kids, which I know is something you can't say. Even harder to fix, he said, according to WBEZ Chicago, which obtained the text through a Freedom of Information Act request. So how did y'all get access to his text messages? Scratching my head in confusion. The text was sent shortly after Lightfoot had visited the McDonald's headquarters and appeared to be referring to the passing of Jaslyn Adams, 7 years old, who was, taken up out of here the day before the text in her father's car outside a Chicago area McDonald's, and Adam Toledo, 13, who was popped by police the month prior. So you guys remember there was a little girl who was in the backseat of the car with her father, and the father went through the drive-through and they started, spraying the car. Okay. I'm just choosing my words wisely, not being insensitive. Okay. Y'all know how YouTube get down. So they started spraying the car, and the little girl, went on home to glory. Right. That happened at a McDonald's. So the CEO of McDonald's feels that it's because parents have failed their children while all of this is taking place. So here's my concern. When police officers decide to spray people, is it because their parents didn't raise them correctly? See, sometimes some people need emotional intelligence training, right? I just feel like this is already a tragic situation. And I feel like if you're not going to help the situation, then you should be quiet. Otherwise, anything outside of helping and offering some sort of course of action, is just further perpetuating BS. And how do you think that little girl's mother feels when you say things like this? Emotional intelligence is extinct. How do you guys feel about that, though? I mean, you can have your opinions, but that certainly is something that should not have been text. How did they even get access to his phone? Somebody set him up. I don't know. It's just unfortunate. This is not a good look for you, McDonald's CEO, man. I'm going to need you to mind your business, okay? And worry about that kangaroo meat that you're serving to people. All right, up next, Halle Berry. She's back in on the big screen, sort of, kind of. So this is according to Essence. So Halle Berry has a new movie coming out titled Bruise, right? It's going to feature a star-studded why am I so tongue-tied today? How you doing? Like the video. A star-studded soundtrack co-produced by none other than Cardi B. Okay, so this is a good look. She can just add this to her resume, Cardi B, that is. And I like that Halle Berry is reaching out to younger artists to kind of conjure up this music for the soundtrack of this movie. All right. So let's dig into this article. So the film, which the Academy Award-winning actress both directs and stars in, will be accompanied by a star-studded soundtrack featuring original songs from some of our favorite women in hip-hop, okay? So Variety is reporting that Halle Berry will co-executive produce the album alongside rap superstar Cardi B, and each of its 6 original tracks from chart-topping award-winning female artists was personally handpicked by the duo, okay? So this is the poster for the movie Bruise. She plays an MMA fighter that is trying to basically get back into the ring. So her manager, or whoever it is that's managing her, has her fighting in some of these like underground matches to get the attention of the big wigs so she can get back into, back on the scene. And she wants to also, another plot line in the movie is that she also wants to reconnect with her son, who I think she gave up in the height of her career and when she was younger. And I said, damn, you lost Isaiah again, Halle? Sheesh. Okay. So as far as who is going to be on this, which hip hop females are going to be included in this, there's a song with her. Cardi B is going to be on tracks as well. Saweetie, okay, City Girls, Flo Milli, and Lotto. And I said to myself, wow, the City Girls have been tapped. So this is going to be co-produced. This soundtrack is going to be co-produced by Cardi B, handpicked, Halle Berry picked. Now, here's the thing. The beauty of this is this. I don't know how hip hop educated or hip hop in tune Halle Berry is. Okay, we can never judge a book by its cover. She probably listens to the City Girls. You never know. But I have a strong feeling that Cardi B heavily influenced her, City Girls, Flo Milli, Lotto, Saweetie, pulling up some of these girls to be a part of this because she is sharing 50, you know, she's going 50-50 with Halle Berry to basically pick out or handpick some of these females for this soundtrack for this movie. And Halle Berry is co-producing or executive producing or whatever the movie as well. So she basically has, you know, a lot of rights. She got a lot of pull. This is a good look for Cardi in more ways than one. Not only because she's going to be working with Halle Berry, she's going to be on the soundtrack. This is going to be released on Netflix if it hasn't been released as well. Young M.A., just to name a couple of other women. Young Baby Tate. Okay, this is a good look. Rhapsody, Erica Banks, Big Bottle Wayana, I'm not sure who that is, Ambre, and Dream Doll. So a lot of these girls who have been working, and may not have been getting the recognition of, you know, their colleagues, you know what I'm saying, are going to be a part of something major like this, right? This is a good look. And the point that I'm making is that I believe that Cardi B had a large influence in tapping some of these females to come up. I'm excited about Young M.A. being a part of this too because she's often overlooked as a female rapper. I like Young M.A. I always have. I enjoy her music. As far as what's going on with her personally, maybe that's why people may be turned off. I don't know, because she kind of is laying low. But I'm glad to see Young M.A. being a part of something. But my point that I'm trying to make, again, is I'm sure that Cardi B named, if not all, a large majority of these women to be a part of this project. Okay, which is a good look. It shows camaraderie and it shows like, okay, I could share the stage. I could use my influence to pull up some of these other girls. Again, I don't know how well versed in hip hop Halle Berry is. Does Halle Berry know who a Young Baby Tate is? Does she know who a Dream Doll is? A Flo Milli, City Girl? I mean, I don't know, but Cardi B definitely does. So bravo. This is a good look. So shout out to Halle Berry, all the ladies who are going to be a part of this project, Bruised. When is this going to be coming out? Let's go down and see. It's sold to Netflix for $20 million. So that's a good thing, a good look. November 24th, that's when it's going to be on Netflix. So look out for that. I want to hear the soundtrack. And the City Girls are going to be releasing, that's what I wanted to say. I think it's the 5th, November 5th this week. The City Girls are going to be releasing the song that's going to be on the Bruise soundtrack. So all that stuff that Carisha is doing, all that stuff that, what's her name? JT is doing, is just building up momentum, getting them trending, and boom, another song is going to come out. So everybody seems to be moving smart in this music business and using social media and streaming services and, you know, rotating everything the way it's supposed to. I'm here for it. I can't wait to hear the soundtrack. All right, so let's see who is up next. Speaking of Cardi B, Cardi B is going to be hosting the American Music Awards. Are you guys surprised? So this is according to Deadline. There are a couple of other media outlets reporting this as well. So she's up to host the 2021 American Music Awards. I'm excited. She said that when I received the invite to host the AMAs, I was excited. I'm ready to bring my personality to the AMA stage. Now, the 5-time American Music Award winner is up for 3 awards this year. Cardi B is up for 3 American Music Awards this year. Favorite hip hop song and video for Up, and favorite hip hop artist. She performed her global smash I Like It with J Balvin and Bad Bunny at the 2018 American Music Awards, and she's the first female rapper to win favorite hip hop song twice. So the American Music Awards going to air Sunday, November 21st on ABC at 8 p.m. I'm assuming Eastern Standard Time. I can't wait for this, okay? I know that Olivia Rodrigo is like, she's the most not she has the most nominations for the American Music Awards, so she's up against like Drake, Taylor Swift. It's crazy. So I'm curious to see how Olivia Rodrigo does. She has been tearing the Billboard charts up this year. It's insane. Like 60% of her songs on her album are on the Billboard charts, if not more. But anyway, as far as Cardi B hosting, I think that this is just showing her growth. We are used to Cardi B and seeing her in the press, in the media, and all that good stuff, and music, dropping singles. She only has one studio album. Okay, one. There's supposed to be studio album number 2. Whether we're getting it before this year is over or at the top of next year, that we're just gonna have to wait and see. There's rumors circulating, but whatever. I want to see the final product. I don't really care about rumors, none of that stuff. So I can't wait to see this. I want to see how she's going to do on stage as a host. She has a big personality, and I think that this is needed, and this is the perfect fit. Here's why. These award shows, they're not doing well. A lot of these award shows, their ratings. What award show just came on? I think it was BET, right? The BET Hip Hop Awards. The ratings were not the best. And what else? The MTV Video Music Awards, I think it was. Ratings are not the best. So this is a good way to kind of get everything is slowly getting back to normal, right? And everyone is going to tune in to see what Cardi B is going to deliver. So I'm hoping that this will increase ratings. And if it does, again, Cardi B is another notch under her belt, and I'm here for it. So she just had a baby a couple months ago, and she's jumping back into work and doing her thing. So she's got the collaboration with Halle Berry and a lot of these female rappers in hip hop to come together for a soundtrack for a Netflix movie. She's hosting the AMAs. Cardi B's out here working, and I can't wait to see the final product. So I'm looking forward to seeing how she's going to do at the AMA. So it is what it is. Let's see what you got, Cardi. Let's see what you got. All right. So speaking of city girls, right? A lot of people have criticism for JT. Let me tell you something. When JT was locked up, all right, for credit card fraud, and Young Miami was holding the group down, a lot of people were saying, Young Miami don't need JT. Then it switched to JT's the one with the better bars. Then it switched to we like Young Miami / Carisha better than JT. JT got a nasty attitude. I like JT's song better than Carisha. Carisha can't stay on the beat. JT probably writes for them. Back and forth. You got people trying to drive a wedge socially on social media between these two. So JT basically has a message for the fans who question, why they never see her with Young Miami outside of work-related things. So according to the Neighborhood Talk, who posted this to their Instagram, let's take a listen to what JT had to say. Like to hear it? Here you go.
So y'all never see me around my friends unless it's at work. But no, it's not a problem. And I am very, 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 like, chill. Like, it come from life experiences. It's nothing personal. Mm-hmm. Like, when you go through different shit in life and different changes and transitions, you become another person sometimes. Right. And I go in and out. If I'm with my friends, I'm turned up. Mm-hmm. I'm loose, I'm lit. I don't always put it on my page, but I be motherfucking turned up too. Y'all are weird with that. Like, I knew this girl in my whole motherfucking life. Like, a lot of y'all got friends that y'all are used to being friends, and people try to act like y'all and be like y'all, or don't know how to just let y'all be who y'all are. You got different friends for different things. That's not my friend. That's my sister, and I literally support her in everything she do, and I let her, have you describe it? It's hard for me to.
I am so tired of saying to these entertainers, public figures, whatever they title themselves, stop getting on social media explaining shit. Because she was on live, someone asked her in the comments, she decided to explain herself. Carisha had a birthday party not too long ago for her daughter, Summer. People were saying, we don't see JT there. JT decides to get on Twitter and blast people and take pictures. I was there. Y'all need to mind y'all business. People were saying, oh, we think JT is pregnant. Carisha said, no, she not. I'm tired of this. JT, girl, you are going to be doing this. If you do this now, you're going to be doing this for the rest of your career. Stop getting on social media explaining everything, because it just makes it look suspect. Unless this is a marketing scheme and you're doing this to gain momentum for your project coming out. I told y'all November 5th, City Girl's supposed to be dropping a song that is going to be on the soundtrack for the movie Bruise with Halle Berry. So maybe, listen, people do crazy things. You know, this is free promotion. Okay, so you don't got to pay a marketing team. Just get on Instagram Live, answer some foolish questions, get your name buzzing and trending so that by the time your single, your merch, or whatever comes out, boom, it's a win-win situation. It's an easy and free marketing tactic. So maybe that could be it. But if not, girl, you're going to be explaining yourself for the rest of your career. And again, since the City Girls came out, it's back and forth. Oh, JT's the better rapper. Nah, we like Carisha. Carisha has the better personality. JT got a stank attitude. Carisha thinks she all that. Carisha really don't need JT. JT really don't need Carisha. I think Santana and Saucy Santana and Carisha are really I don't know. I just girl, you're going to be defending yourself for the rest of your career if you keep paying these fools attention. But again, she decided to go on live and she decided to, answer some questions. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with them being as close as they are, and they each have separate friends and doing separate things. I really don't. Some people in the comments were saying that you need separate friends if the group is going to work, or you'll be tired of each other. Even JT doing work with other artists and Carisha doing work with other artists. City Girls breaking up? Are you guys breaking up? No, I think it's actually smart that they continue to work together, but also continue to have their individual, lives and projects as well. Just like a relationship. You and your partner don't have all the same friends. You got your separate group of friends. It would be wise. You have to have your separate lives. So I just think that people are like trolling her, and it seems to work every single time, because when she gets fed up, she definitely goes onto social media, and this wasn't that bad. Normally she'd be cussing people out, but I'm pretty sure she'll be cussing people out by the end of the week. Moving along, Summer Walker released her track list for her album. And this is still over it, November 5th. A lot of music dropping on November 5th. And let me tell you what excites me about this. There's 20 songs on this. This is an album. Full body of work. Not just 6 songs. No shade to anybody who releases anything with 6 songs. But people are excited. So SZA and, is going to be on the album. Not really a heavy feature. No Love. That's going to be interesting. Ari Lennox, Unloyal, track number 11. Interesting. Lil Durk is on Toxic. Omarion is on Screwin'. So that's going to be interesting. I wonder if she's going to be releasing any videos for any of these projects, or if, launch day, there's going to be a video premiere. So you guys like Summer Walker. Let me know how you feel about Summer Walker. Do you care? Fourth Baby Mama stuck out to me like a sore thumb. I was laughing so hard. Track number 19. Fourth Baby Mama. The shade of it all. But this is a large body of work, 20 songs. I mean, people ain't putting out albums with 20 songs anymore. So shout out to Summer Walker. I definitely will be tuning in, and I will be listening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining, welcome. Please take this time to pay your admission fee by liking the video. Okay, all you got to do is hit that thumbs up button. That's it. Sound off in the comments. Share the video. Thank you to those of you who have been sharing the video. I greatly appreciate that. I see that all on the back end. Okay. All right. Now that those church announcements are over, let's get into this. Jay-Z finally launches an Instagram account, and Billboard thought that this was news enough to actually write an article about, and I'm about to read it. So Jay-Z, the billionaire hip-hop superstar, Hall of Famer, entrepreneur, and father, he's also a husband, is now the proud owner of an Instagram account. The Brooklyn-born businessman and rapper born Sean Carter quietly launched a profile on Insta. So Hove got his latest venture underway with a single post. The poster art for his Netflix The Harder They Fall, and an IG story featuring a countdown for the Western's premiere. Okay, so everybody is going nuts. Am I following Jay-Z on Instagram? Yes, I am. This morning I checked, he was at over 1 million followers. So shout out to him. And he recently was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I talked about this on, I think it was Monday's show. And just looking through the comments, I see people talking about, I talked about it as well, where he basically mentioned Dame Dash and said, I know we don't see eye to eye, but I could never erase your contribution. Is that his word? I can never erase your contributions or never erase your whatever. I forgot the exact word he said that quick. I can never erase your accomplishments. Is that it? So people are, oh yeah, Dame Dash and him should reconnect and they should pick up where they left off and the music game needs them. And Dame Dash did respond and basically said that he kind of wanted to let bygones be bygones and get the lawyers out of the way and sit down with him man to man, face to face, and have a conversation and work things out. Great. Just because two people work things out doesn't mean that they are going to be in the studio and working together. I think that ship has sailed. These men are older now. A lot has transpired. If they're both willing to right their wrongs and make amends for their indiscretions, great. Face to face, doesn't have to be, publicized or anything like that. That's great, right? Closure, cut the check, because quite frankly, that was Dame's gripe, a part of Dame's gripe, and he was hurt. He's not going to say it in so many words, but that's what it was. So if that's going to fix things for Dame and give Dame closure and whatever, great. If you're willing to do that, great. Do I see Jay-Z sitting down with Dame Dash to iron things out? No, I don't. I could be wrong. I don't see it. I could be proven wrong, but I don't see it. I think that chapter of Rockefeller is closed, sealed, gone, never to return. And that's okay. Moving on is a part of life, right? You grow and you learn to do things differently. Hopefully you learn from your mistakes. You make amends where amends needs to be made. You right your wrongs. You know what I mean? You ask for forgiveness if you feel the need to ask for forgiveness, right? But as far as recreating what was done back then, no, it's not happening. And also another thing, a lot of people are patting Jay-Z on the back and saying, yes, he's the bigger that term just irks me for some reason. He's the bigger person because he shouted out Dame Dash and he didn't have to. Right. That's obvious. Nobody has to do anything. Like, I don't have to talk about this, but I'm choosing to because I want to, right? Nobody has to do anything. But can we stop giving people standing ovations for doing things that is the right thing to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, of course he's going to shout out Dame Dash. Yeah. Does anybody pay attention? Jay-Z did not come up with the concept of and launch Rockefeller Records. Dame Dash did. And listen, sometimes Dame Dash can be very erratic and he can be annoying, but that man is a genius. Yes, he can be a little bit too emotional and erratic, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? But let's not act like Dame wasn't the brain behind Rockefeller. Biggs was the money behind Rockefeller. If you know, you know. And Jay-Z was the artist. I'm not giving a hip hop history lesson. If you know, you know, right? And Jay-Z became the face of Rockefeller. And of course, he's more popular. He's more, I guess, liked, depending on who you ask, than Dame Dash. Biggs played the silent investor role. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't really all, you know what I mean? But when people say things like, oh, well, he didn't have to talk about Dame, he didn't have to bring Dame Dash up. No, nobody has to do anything, but you cannot bring up Rockefeller Records and just be standing up there as Jay-Z and not mention Biggs and Dame Dash. Rockefeller Records was Dame Dash's idea. Okay, like, let's stop. Yes, they all work together, but let's stop. Like, let's stop giving people pats on the back and standing ovations for stuff that they're supposed to do. Like, he would be a fool to not mention Dame Dash and Biggs, because then you would lead people who don't know the hip hop history to believe that you created, ran, orchestrated the whole, and that's not the case, right? You guys, boy, sometimes I just be wondering, like, people just be saying anything just to say anything. I mean, I'm not taking away from Jay-Z's accomplishment, shout out to you, but you cannot talk about, you would be a fool and dishonest to get up there and talk about Rockefeller Records as if you, not saying that he did that, but yeah, you gotta mention Dame when you mention Rockefeller Records. Are you kidding me? That's like me mentioning Def Jam and not talking about, you know what I'm saying? Oh, dang, I can't even say his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Rev Run Brother. Because trust me, it'll trip the algorithm. Trust me, I know, on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And Rick Rubin. You can't not talk about, Simmons and Rubin. Make sure y'all like this video. Speaking of Jay-Z, Megan Thee Stallion. Glamour has named her Woman of the Year. Okay. What accolade was it that she got from GQ magazine? It wasn't Woman of the Year, right? Woman of the Day. I forgot what it was. Anyway, Megan Thee Stallion has been, I always say this when I talk about her. She's been working. And I don't see anything wrong with it. Youth is on her side, so she should definitely take advantage of her younger years and work, grind. There's something that I'm concerned about Megan Thee Stallion. I have been since this whole situation with Tory Lanez. I'm concerned. And the reason why I'm concerned is because Megan Thee Stallion released a mixtape, something for the Hotties, and it's projected to I don't think it's projected to even sell 50,000 copies, in sales, right? And I'm wondering, was this a good idea for her to release this mixtape? We're approaching the 1-year anniversary of Good News, which is her first studio album. Now, Meg Thee Stallion has tons of mixtape EPs, whatever you want to call them. And her first studio album was Good News, which was released almost a year ago. I think November. I don't know what date, but I know it was November of last year. And, there were mixed reviews on Good News. Some critics were like, it was a flop. Some people are still, rocking the album. She's put out singles and features since then. And now she has released this something for the Hotties, which I enjoy. I enjoy Meg's music. People say that it sounds the same. It's the same thing over and over again. I'm trying to pull up the track list. This is the track list, right? I think that this was smart. I don't think that this was a stupid idea. When you're putting out content, whether you're a rapper, an artist, a singer, whatever it is in the entertainment business, if you have a product that you sell, right, to your audience, so putting out content, you have to appease a few different demographics as far as the audience, right? You want to put out content to attract a new audience, get people interested in you, right? Free game alert. Make sure you hit the like button. You also want to put out content that your audience expects. So you putting out content, one, to attract, no particular order, one, to attract a new audience, get people interested, two, to appease your current audience, so this is something for the Hotties, appropriately named. This is for her ride or dies, the people, her Hotties who've been down with her since Tina Snow days, right? So this is to appease them, possibly attract a new audience too. Maybe that's what Good News was to do. And then you also want to put out content specifically for the numbers, whether it be views, sales, whatever, right? So this could be a combination of all three. So I don't think, even though this might be considered a quote unquote flop as far as the sales are concerned, I do think that this was smart because the streams, I'm interested in seeing the stream numbers for majority, if not all, of these songs. I think this is going to send her stream numbers up, which definitely counts towards sales, they merge these statistics and separate them when convenient. But whatever, that's a whole nother topic for another day. I think that this was a smart project. When is she coming out with a second album? We don't know, right? Do I think Meg is ready for a second album? I'm on the fence. I don't think so. I think she can do it, but what is it going to sound like, right? So I think she needs to figure out where she's going to go as far as sound. She's got a lot on her plate. Rock Nation is their marketing geniuses, because she's got deals with all of these commercial labels and commercial companies. So she's working. And I think that she can kind of take her time with the second album. She's got more than enough music out since she's been out. She's all right. This was a smart move. And I know some people are not going to agree with that, because I've already seen people criticizing, talking about this is going to be a flop. Megan's corny. This is the same thing over and over again. But I want to see those streaming numbers. I want to see when those stats come out, what are those going to look like? And again, this is possibly can attract a new audience, because it's like Megan. All right, she got something out. Okay, let me take a listen. This is definitely going to appease her day ones, right? And as far as the numbers are concerned, is this going to drive up her streaming numbers? That's what I'm curious to see. So I think that this project encompasses all three of those factors for putting out good content and appeasing specific audiences. Again, some people may not agree, but that's okay. That's just my opinion. So congratulations to Meg Thee Stallion on being named Glamour's Woman of the Year. Congratulations on her Something for the Hotties. Maybe Megan Thee Stallion is not aiming to debut at number one and but being consistent. So the fact that she is consistent, I think over time, she's going to build momentum, and the more people get exposed to her in different demographics, they're going to give a listen. They're going to go back into the archives, and eventually slow and steady will drive up her numbers. So as long as she keeps working, I think that she'll be okay. So, and she definitely should stay on track as far as the direction that you're trying to go. It does seem like she's oversaturating the market now, but I'm pretty sure with the Rock Nation management team that she has, they have a goal and a plan. So all I do is sit back and just observe. I want to see these streaming numbers though. So let's see. So again, shout out to Megan Thee Stallion. Keep working, girl. You got your Popeyes franchise. She did her little 1-2 thing for Hottie for Halloween. So I enjoy seeing Megan work. I do. I enjoy seeing Megan work. I just want to see what's what's next for her. So I'm totally here for it, okay? But what I want you to do is drop down in the comments and tell me what you think. Are you a hottie? Are you over Megan Thee Stallion? Did you listen to Something for the Hotties? Listen, that Southside freestyle, from the time it came out, I'm obsessed with that Southside freestyle. I like Megan Mondays. I like a lot of the songs on the project, and I miss Megan dropping a freestyle every Monday. I know the girl is busy and she's working day and night, but I like freestyle Meg. I like her energy. If you listen to her music, you should get that Megan understands rap. She lives the hip hop lifestyle. This girl is a rapper. I don't care if it sounds the same. That's just how she sounds. She's from Houston. That's how she rap. She raps about the same thing. A lot of rappers rap about the same thing. A lot of singers sing about the same thing. So, I mean, you like what you like. It is what it is. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But let me know what you think about Megan Thee Stallion. Talk to me in the comments about Jay-Z. Are you following Jay-Z on Instagram? Are you somebody who couldn't care less about Jay-Z having an Instagram? Are you looking forward to Cardi B hosting the American Music Awards? I am. I'm also looking forward to this soundtrack from this movie Bruise with all of these female rappers on the album. I can't wait. Okay. JT and Carisha, do you think that people are doing too much as far as inquiring if they're breaking up or if they should break up? I do. I think they're doing absolutely too much. All right, Royal Family, I'm signing off. This has been another episode of the Morning Boogie Morning Show. If you have not paid your admission fee, please do so at this time. And that is by hitting the like button and sounding off in the comments, okay? All right, y'all. Mission complete. I'm signing off. I love you for watching. And as always, until next time, peace.